You know it's Fleet Week in New York City when you see all the seamen walking around. Although, in Hell's Kitchen, seeing a lot of seamen everywhere is just a regular occurrence for some of the guys who live here. Jizz joke. Hey guys, happy Memorial Day. I hope that you all had a great long weekend with your friends and your family. I feel like I'm one of the only gay guys who didn't go to Fire Island or Rehoboth down in Delaware this weekend. I actually stayed around New York City, but it's been great. I got outside a bunch, was in Central Park yesterday, and honestly, it's been a good Memorial Day weekend. Finally had some time to put a video up because it has just been crazy busy the last few weeks. All of my sports leagues, both gay and straight, I know I did a straight sports league, weird. And not surprisingly, that's the one I'm probably gonna cut. Not because I didn't like doing a straight sports league, but it was a Zog Sports soccer league that was out in Jersey on a weeknight. It was just really inconvenient. So I thought I would catch you guys up on some of the things that have been happening recently and hopefully entertain you with some of my misadventures. So Saturday is when I play kickball, so my team and I, we, had our game, and I just happened to end up on the alcoholic team, and by that I mean we drink a lot before, after, and during the game. So one of our teammates was nice enough to make some homemade caipirinhas, and I'm butchering the hell of that pronunciation, I'm sure. And they were so strong. And okay, for the sake of my friend's privacy, I will be changing names in these stories because I don't know who actually watches these videos. So there's a guy on my team, we'll call him Ryan. Right, I don't have a Ryan on my team, do I? No, I don't think I do. Ryan is like 5'2", maybe 100 pounds, soaking wet, like small guy. Alcohol goes right through him, so you'd think he would know by now. Don't drink so heavy. Well, he didn't, and he got shit-faced. And so we go to the bar after the game, there's always like an after bar, and he just gets in a chair and he slumps. And I realize that I gotta bring him home, but he lives in the neighborhood with me, so I'm like, all right, like, he's on the way back, I'll just get a cab. So me and another one of my teammates, who we will name Sam? We'll go with Sam. So Sam and I get Ryan in the car, and we put Ryan against the window, because I didn't want him to throw up. And actually, well, the first cab I waved down wouldn't let us get in because they saw him. And I was like, well, F you too. So it was a long ride because going from east to west, it's just, if you live in New York, you know how much that sucks. And we get back to Ryan's apartment and we get out and Ryan falls out of the cab on the street and just scrapes up both of his knees and now he's bleeding. And I'm like, can't deal with this. Some lady drives by and she's like, is he okay? And I'm like, yeah, he's good, like fine. And then fucking Sam is like, oh my god, you're like a hot mom. If I was a mom, I wouldn't be as hot as you. I'm like, can we get out of here, lady? Like, we don't need you here. So we tried to get into Ryan's building, but then I realized we don't have his keys and I can't find them. But luckily, his building was like a scan-in building, so I just take his backpack, like this is his backpack, I'm just like turning it like 8 different ways. And finally, the little thing beeps and we get in there. We have to drag him up 4 flights of stairs, because he's on the 5th floor walk up. But we get to the top, I'm like, we don't have his keys, like, what are we gonna do? Sam is like, don't worry, and he just goes up to Ryan's apartment and just opens the door, and I'm like, he doesn't lock his door? Like, that concerns me on so many levels, but at that point, I was so done with him that I'm like, I'm not even gonna ask, just let's get him in. So we get him in his apartment, and I go to get some Band-Aids, because, gotta clean the blood up. He has no first aid kit. I had plenty of lube, condoms, and mouthwash in the bathroom, because, priorities. But yeah, Band-Aids and Neosporin, nowhere to be found. So I'm like, what am I supposed to So I got like some wet paper towels and I ended up cleaning his knees up and we get him in bed. Then we go back out and meet our friends, they were at a bar nearby called Boxers. It's a sports bar and there's a nice rooftop terrace. So we meet up with them. And then a few of our other teammates are there and they had some of their friends visiting. Well, it turns out that Sam, my lovely helper, had been talking to one of the friends on Grindr the day before. Like, you don't need to know the details, but the basic scenario is that Sam and this one of our teammates' friends have already talked on Grindr about hooking up and whatever, and so now they're on that page where they're gonna go do that at some point. And I'm like, ugh. And I heard this all from Sam firsthand. So when I get hungry, like to eat. And I will tell you that. So I'm just like, alright, I did go eat. Sam's like, me too. And then the friend who we'll call, oh no, I didn't have a fake name. Mark, right? There's no Marks. Okay. Mark is like, oh, I'm hungry too. So I'm like, great, let's get everyone and we'll all go. Well, no one else wants to go. And I'm like, I don't want a third wheel on a one night stand dinner. Like, that is not my idea of fun. So I'm like, Sam, it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna come with you guys. Like, don't worry about it. Well then, Mark, who I've only met 2 times, is like, all right, we're going. Like, Sam, Alex, let's go. Grabs my arm, pulls me with them. And I'm like, what is happening? I can't, no. Oh, I sat through the most awkward dinner of my life because we like had normal conversation, but like we all knew what was gonna happen afterward, and like one of them would leave the table, the other one would start talking to me about it, not like the details, but like, ooh, I'm kind of nervous, what's gonna happen? I'm like, we all know what's gonna happen. Why am I here? And so Mark was like, well, I didn't want it to be like too awkward or like too one-on-one or anything like that. And I was like, one-on-one, you already talked about what you're gonna do in the bed. What's left? Oh, yeah, but so as the title of the video suggests, things got a little handsy on my side of the table because Sam was on one side, Mark's across from him, and I'm next to Mark in the booth. And we're talking, and Mark was getting a little handsy on our side of the table. Like, squeezing the thigh a little bit, massaging the neck. I'm like, he can see the neck thing at least. And I'm like, if you think this is turning into a threesome, no, because that's my teammate, that's weird, and don't get me wrong, everyone here is good looking, and it wouldn't be like a bad thing to do, but on principle, no. So I wasn't actually almost in a threesome, or at least I don't know that, but it could have gone that way, and I was having none of it that night. So needless to say, it wasn't the most fun meal for me, and then when I left, I was like, okay guys, like I gotta go meet some other friends right now, like you guys figure out what you're gonna do tonight, like, because we never actually talked about that, but we all knew. And so Sam's like, I'll text you later, and I'm like, no you won't. Oh. Kidding, love him. Never a dull moment with these teams. I really enjoyed it though, and look, I make jokes and I say all this, but I really do love everyone I've met, and I consider them all really good friends, and I would do anything for them at this point. Well, almost anything. Oh, on the dodgeball front, so dodgeball's officially done. Team Boy Butter, that was my team. I think I told you guys that. Yeah, my team was named after a lube. Don't ask. So we had the Dodgies, which were the end of the season dodgeball awards last Wednesday, which is kind of cool. And yours truly got nominated as one of the rookies of the season, which was really flattering, and I didn't win or anything like that, but it was an honor just to be nominated, which is what you're supposed to say when that happens. I even practiced like my losing face. I'm like, good job, good job, good. No, but the guy who won is actually a really talented dodgeballer, if that's a thing. And he totally deserved it. So again, I hope you guys are having a great long weekend, and I would really appreciate it if you guys commented below with some ideas for videos you would like to see. I'm gonna have a lot more time now that kind of the sports stuff is wrapping up, and I would love to kind of throw out some more content for things that you guys want to see. And until then, I will see you all next time. I don't know why I tilted my head like this.